What's happening, YouTubers? Little update on my associated Rival MT10. As you can see, the shell is going from bad to worse. Yeah, look at that. Gaffer taped with an inch of its life. I do say gaffer tape is going to save the world, and it's certainly saving this. Roof rails still doing good though. Inside, I did a little update to my mods for the actual mount for the shell, because the plastic, I don't know what you say, locators broke. So I use these, drilled a bit of hole in it, if you can see that. You can't really see it, it's out of focus. But yeah, so changed that, and these were doing really well, but it was sitting a bit lower, and therefore has caused a bit of, a bit of stress on the shell. And after a couple of bad crashes, yeah, it's, nearly dead. Yeah. And then what else? So after my last video, I took it out, took it for a jump, and I landed it unsighted, and it broke the swing arm. So what I did is I made this little mount for it. So actually on here, so it snapped across here and snapped there. So what I did is I bolted this to it, made this out of that angle, same stuff that's on the mount. You can see it just through there. And this is the same stuff, but just with one side cut off, screwed into. And yeah, it's been doing good. The wheel sat a little bit back, which caused a little bit of handling issues, but not too bad. But yeah, since doing that, it's taken a bit of a whack. And I don't know if you can see in there, how gearbox is literally disintegrated in there. So it's going to need another update. So another fix. What I decided to do is just going to shelve it for a little bit until some parts come back in stock, because I've been giving it a bit too much abuse, more than it can take for this car. Because it's only like a 1/10 scale and quite a budget starter, so it can't really take all the jumps that I've been giving it. So what I'm going to wait for all the swing arms to come in stock, and I'm going to replace with the gearbox. I'm going to put I'm going to buy the original shell mount, put that on there, and then I'm going to see if I can get hold of a shell. They're about £45. I don't know if I want to pay £45 for one, because if I do start crashing it again, there's a lot of money just to smash the life out of it. So I'll see if I can get a similar one. But there you go, that is where we're at on this poor thing. So yeah, unfortunately, that is going to be shelved. Get you back there, get you out of the way. In the meantime, I bought one of these, and I've got to say, it is friggin' awesome. It is awesome. 1/8 scale. Yeah, I freaking love it. It is so good. Easy to take apart like you wouldn't believe. Like 4 screws in this whole assembly. So you've got a servo there. Underneath you've got the radio receiver, and then the ESC on top. The whole thing comes out in one go. To get the motor out, it's 1 screw underneath. This slides out. This is spring loaded, so you can kind of pull that out, and then clip, lift that up, slide out, motor assembly comes out. Easy. And this thing, I've been jumping it bigger than I've been jumping the Associated. But as I say, I'm a tough baby, because he's been taking some hits, and it is just absolutely taking it. As I say, it is flipping excellent. What I did is I changed the wheels. Really like the these new wheels here. They're a bit expensive, but these are the originals they come with. So they're a bit wider. I don't know if you can see this, but they're, yeah, so a little bit taller. But these are great for your jumping, because of the inertia they have, and the extra weight. You can really control it in the air, backflips and everything. It is so good. And for speed, this is fast. So I've got three pinion gears for this now. In it at the moment, I've got a 20 tooth, and I'm trying to get a speed run on that. But it does come with a 15 tooth, which is good, nice and punchy. And I clocked that. What did I clock it at? I think it was about 45. I think I got out of that, and that was on grass. Put the 26 in, and it wouldn't run with these tyres flat out because I don't think there's enough power in the ESC to push it. So I put these tyres back on and I clocked 57 on grass, which is excellent. So now I'm running the 20 tooth. I might have to increase the punch because the initial getting off the line, it doesn't really want to go, but as soon as it does, then it takes off. Tried to do a speed run and I clocked it at 48 mile an hour just as it flipped up, wheeled, and actually went on its back and then started cartwheeling at nearly 50 mile an hour. So 48 so far, but I will give it another run on a place that's a bit more level, because the bumps just did not suit it very well when it started flying. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. So stepping up my game, and I love this car. One thing I will say is it's taken a bit of beating on the underneath. As you can see, it's scraped it up, and you can get like little chassis protectors for these, but at the moment everywhere's out of stock of everything I want to get. So in here is a massive sheet of aluminium, 2mm aluminium. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out, cut it to shape on here, and then I'm going to mount it on this to actually help me save it. The other thing I want to do with it, because when this chassis slaps, and it does quite a lot because it's quite a low truck, it sends a shock right through, and I can hear the gears and the motor just stressing when it slaps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something a little bit, I don't know, maybe a bit of rubber on the bottom of here, so when it actually hits, it absorbs some of that shock. And then I'll probably just mount it here with mounting screws, yeah, and then curve it up, because as you can see on the front of here, it takes a bit of a whack when it hits things. What I'll also do, you've got your shock tower caps, and when it goes upside down it just slides. It just, yeah, does those. I mean, they do good. They save the shock tower, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with the leftover bits of the aluminium, I'll make new mounts. And also I might put something on here as well, because that gets damaged. I have fitted a wheelie bar, but to be honest, it doesn't really do much, because when it wheelies, it does it so aggressively that it goes right off the back of that and on the spoiler anyway. There you go. Quick update, and I will do another video once I've actually made the mount, or made the made the chassis protector. Let's see how it goes. Poor old thing, look at the state of it. Bless. There you go, mate. You can rest for a little bit now. I've got something else to bash.